Hey, how you doing? www.andrewmarkmusic.com on Nothing Happened. Well, according to the scientific community anyway, 13.7 billion years has gone by, and well, yeah, there's been some quarks and some leptons and whatever, it's been quite uneventful though, according to the scientific community. Yes, some big expansion. And fair enough, that's what we know. But I'm gonna propose that maybe there's been a hell of a lot more happen in 13.7 billion years than science is allowing for. But I wanna, premise this with one issue here. How should we govern civilization and society? We should govern civilization and society through the most unbiased empiricism possible. So, put in the garbage bin ideologies, and let's just try and sort out how to have a civilization based on, the best facts that we can come up with. Okay, so these speculations should not, in any way alter, that proper trajectory. Now, if there are multiple dimensions, it's quite conceivable that they're populated. And if they're populated, I'm quite sure that 13.7 billion years hasn't gone by without those populations doing something, And then we get into organic life, alien ET. I'm sure they've been up to something too if they exist. Now, obviously, the question is, have they been up to something here? And I would say it's possible. It's quite possible that they have been up to something here. And it's quite possible that both groups have been up to something here. Now, how does this tie into what I consider theistic possibilities? And I don't think that humanity has exhausted every avenue of inquiry into a possible theism. I think that there's panentheism and certain types of Gnosticism could still be possible. They're not completely irrational, illogical, and impossible. Now, the uncanny thing about Gnosticism is it's the one religion that describes so accurately pretty well everything that's happening on the planet today. Okay, now, I've mentioned it before, the problem I have with Gnosticism is its primary premise. It's about, another God napping while another God came into existence, and the absurdity of that. But panentheism perhaps could account for what's happening if there were a theistic explanation for what's happening on this planet today. A panentheism that is an alternate Gnostic view. From the spiritual perspective, I think panentheism still allows for the possibility of angelic presences or light beings involved in the happenings on this planet, what's going on here. I have more of an issue with Gnosticism, at least, the official narratives, because at their foundations, they don't make a lot of sense. So if there is something wrong with this universe, and I think, the naturalism of the universe is brutal, I don't think it's enough to say it's inherently completely evil. I think that it may be just something's gone wrong, or if it is meant to be this way, maybe there are intermediary beings involved in these happenings. So maybe it wasn't the original intention, but as time went on in this universe and perhaps prior to this universe, things happened that created this situation. Certainly you get books like the Urantia book that go into these possibilities. Now on the Urantia book, I think that the science is flawed, that as soon as you have someone claiming something like this, these cosmologies, and then it ends up being unfactual, we have to dismiss it as a possibility. But that, to me, doesn't mean that because that book's not factual, that some of the premises that it espouses aren't possible. I think some of the premises are possible and maybe even likely about what's going on here. So, you know, we have this situation where there could be much more going on this planet than science is giving credit for or allowing for. And what if what's going on in this planet is some type of quarantine situation, that this planet, this solar system, this part of the galaxy is in some kind of lockdown, some kind of just imprisonment or something along that line, because something has gone wrong here, you know, and hopefully time will address this situation. But right now, it's possible that our knowledge is limited because of that. That the knowledge that we have is indeed local and not universal. And I'd even take this as far as to meditation. How much can we, you know, garner about the nature of the universe based on meditation? It's possible that meditation knowledge is local. You know, it's a local phenomenon. So now we get into, okay, is there something else going on this planet other than what science is you know, allowing for? And I would say yes, it is possible. So yeah, I mean, for me, I don't really have a problem with atheism and forms of naturalism. I certainly concede that, you know, it could be that. But where I have a problem is in definitive assertions on this issue. And there's nothing that I've said here that I believe is irrational, illogical, or impossible. These are all quite possible, and some of them even plausible. And you know, some of the things that I'm saying actually make more sense of what's happening on this planet than just naturalist things. I mean, I did a blog on the four convergences, that in a 13.7 billion year old universe, we have the situation with Israel and the Jewish people and Islam, and the situation with oil being invented and then, you know, disappearing through resource depletion, and the pollution that creates, all of this converging in a couple of 100-year period, seems more to me than just coincidental. So, and I would give Gnosticism that much. As far as if I look at every religion on the planet and I go, what describes everything that's happening on this planet from one of the religions' perspective, I'd have to say Gnosticism. It's uncanny how accurate its description of things are on this planet. But again, the problem I have with the Gnostic view is its foundational premises. So in that aspect, I become more of a panentheist, you know, that the God of this universe isn't inherently evil, that there's something else going on that's best explained through panentheism, if there is a theistic possibility, hypothesis to what's going on here. Anyway, just wanted to put this out there. Again, it's not that I have a problem with you know, reductionism per se, or you know, the frisky dirt hypothesis, or the talking monkey hypothesis, the scientific worldview. It could very well be. All I'm saying is it's disingenuous of that worldview to say definitively that that's what it is. There are still possibilities out there. There seems to be quite a bit of anecdotal evidence for angelic presences and alien presences, and perhaps we are dealing with both on this planet in a convoluted type of universe. And I'm not arguing for Dolores Cannon's work. I'm not arguing for the Urantia book. But those are two areas where people have speculated on this basic idea. If you're asking my opinion, yes, we're definitely dealing with something along those lines on this planet. What's happening on this planet today is not simply evolutionary processes leading to where we're at. There's, in my opinion, there's something more happening. There's something going on that exceeds naturalism. And, that's what I think is going on. Now, do I have a definitive explanation? Of course not. This is, until someone shows up or lands or materializes, we're all at the mercy of whatever's going on here. So anyway, that's www.andrewmarkmusic on something's happening in this universe. And maybe the scientific community is not giving the universe enough credit for life and life forms that may exist within it. Anyway, there you go. Peace out. www.andrewmarkmusic.com on Nothing Happened.